What's up, everybody? This is DanDanTheFireman here. We're actually doing a live stream right now. Everybody's talking crap about me in the chat, but we're going to be talking about this video right here from Sprocket Head. We're actually going to figure out what happened during this motorcycle cornering mistake and why his buddy actually crashed. So let's just go ahead and jump into it. No ads, no nothing. Here we go. So right now, what's happening is that his buddy's going to crash. So why did that happen? How did that happen? What were some of the factors that showed up prior to this? Because remember, the whole point of what we do here is that we're trying to be smart riders. The S in SMART is seek and recognize situational hazards. M is to maintain your fundamental motorcycle skills and maintaining your bike, just in case using your T-clocks. A is to acquire personal protective equipment for yourself and your bike. And then R is to rescue other riders. T is to teach and mentor. But that's not what we're here today. We're going to figure out what happened in this one. And right away, what I see is we have a turn sign. Now, these are going to be factors and signs that are going to dictate what's happening, how it's happening, what's coming up on the road. Remember what I talked about utilizing some type of video game, a UI, user interface. Use these little signs to let you know what's coming up ahead. So right away, we have a left turn, very sharp left turn with a 20 miles per hour recommendation speed. That's going to let you know, depending on what the road is already, if it's like a 45, 50, 60 mile an hour road and it says 20 recommended, it means you need to slow it down. It means it's going to be a very sharp turn. So already I see that there is going to be a factor with this crash is that it's going to be a sharp turn. Now, let's move forward just a little bit here. We also have other signs. We have giant chevron signs. That is going to indicate that this is definitely a sharp turn. If we scroll back just a little bit, we also have, let me go ahead and mute this because this is absolutely 100% live and I don't know what I'm doing. Just kidding, I do. I'm going to edit that part out. But what we're going to do is look at this. We have a blind turn also. So let's go ahead and push this button and keep going back a little bit. And right here, blind turn, not very good visibility. So once again, other factors. We cannot see what's happening. We don't know what's around this corner, so we should be slowing it down. So sharp turn, can't see, don't know what's going on, slow it down. Slow look, press, and roll. Do not just gun it into the corner thinking that you could just apply a little bit of brake pressure and then call it a day. You can't do that. You need to slow, look, press, and roll. So we're going to move forward just a little bit more, and you notice how he's going to put his foot down. Now, why do you think he put his foot down? Now, we have the yellow, orange, red, and brown. Do you guys understand what that is? Wrong button. We're going to go to the class, and right there, yellow, orange, red, and brown stage right there. So if you can't see it on your screen, what this person should be in is definitely orange because curves and intersections are extremely deadly for motorcyclists. That is going to be the hazard zone. So orange stage is specifically identified interest, focus, threat. He perceived a threat, ready to act, but he started to utilize what? He's in the brown stage, so he's activating any type of emergency skill. So more counter steering, a little bit of braking, whatever it is, but brown stage is when he completely panics. And when you put your foot down while you're moving in a vehicle, that is a panic. So let's go back to the class and move forward a little bit more. So he's going to put his foot down, and that's not going to do anything. It's just not going to do anything. We're not on dirt. You can't do that on the road. It's actually going to catch your foot, launch you back, cause you to crash anyways. So a little bit too fast in the corner, and it's going to push you out. Whenever you go at a high rate of speed, the gyroscopic forces are going to want to keep the bike upright. Well, when we're turning, we need to lean the bike. So if we're going too fast, you're leaning as hard as you possibly can, but the bike's wanting to go up and up and up and up and up. So if you don't lean with speed, you're just going to go run off the road. And that's what's going to happen here. So luckily, he didn't hit this pole. Now, that would have been a bigger impact. So a lot more issues when it comes to injuries. So this is also why part of the Smart Rider system, the A portion of SMART, which is on the back of my shirt right here, is that you need to acquire personal protective gear. So just in case your situational awareness fails, just in case your fundamental motorcycle skills fail, you need to have gear to back you up. It's like having a net for a trapeze artist or a trampoline if you want to make it more fun. But the thing is, we cannot be doing this type of stuff because gear can only do so much. It can only mitigate. It can only minimize some of the injuries. So instead of a fractured arm or elbow, you might have a bruised bone in your elbow. Either way, you're going to get hurt. It's just that it's going to make it to where the recovery is going to be a lot easier. So we're going to move forward just a little bit more. The fact that he's able to get up and walk around, that's really good. That is called walking wounded. And in the EMS scene, that means this person's doing something fine. Now, you need to focus on him for a little bit longer, double check, making sure that there's no head injury so that they do crash. So this right here, definitely call 911, call somebody, get EMS providers on the way. And then when they show up and you realize, I'm fine, you can sign a refusal paper saying, I don't want to go to the hospital. It's as simple as that. So let's go back to the beginning of that. That's the other video that we were watching during this 3.5 to 8 hour live stream. So we're going to move forward a little bit more. Too fast. So about right here where the rider is, sprocket head is, right here is when we should start rolling off the throttle, maybe applying a little bit of brakes for the slow portion. Now, about right here, just completely disregard the guy that's going to crash. About right here, you need to start looking ahead. So when I look at this screen right here and I see this part right here, so I'm looking right there. That's the furthest I possibly can look through the turn. I'm going to look right there, and I'm going to ratchet back to here. I'm going to look here, ratchet back to here. So what I'm doing is looking ahead, now looking in front of me, and I'm scanning the road the whole time. I'm scanning the road, and it consistently moves because I'm consistently moving, right? That's the thing. You need to do that. So disregard him. So that's the look portion of the slow look, press, and roll. The pressing, he's already doing. He's pressing into the turn, getting some body angle. Now, about right here, disregard the guy that crashes. Let's say the motorcycle rider straightened up and is going to keep going on to this turn, which is going to be right here. That's when you roll on that throttle. So this is a very common motorcycle cornering mistake that we should not be doing. So too fast into the turn for the riding ability. Now, I'm pretty sure this is not too fast for a lot of experienced riders, but for a beginner rider or even somebody that's just not used to it, not zoned in, because they are, guess what? In the white stage over there on the corner, they're zoned out. If you're zoned in and you recognize that this is a hazardous zone in the orange stage, you are already prepared by rolling off the throttle. Let's go back to this screen. And then now you can focus on a safe ride because you're not focused on all these weird things that have music. You guys are bullshitting with each other. Already demonetized because I said that word. I'm so sorry. Coronavirus. Boom. Demonetized again. But guys, hyper-focus on safety. Don't hyper-focus on going too fast or having a great time. It's not a great time when you do this. That's not a great time. So thank you guys, everybody in the chat right now. This is actually live. If you want to see me do this stuff absolutely live and have a good time out here in the lounge, then make sure you join the DDF crew membership or click that subscribe button so that you can see when I live stream Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, Arizona time, because we don't do that daylight savings time stuff because we're the best state in the world except for Texas. But yeah. That's what we do here. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.